Hello and welcome to my channel. I have another question today, and the question is, what was the bread of the presence from Exodus chapter 25 verse 30? The bread of the presence, also called the showbread or the shewbread in some translations, was special bread always present on a table in the tabernacle and later on in the temple. Leviticus chapter 25 verse 5 to 7 describes this bread. You shall take fine flour and bake 12 loaves from it. 2/10 of an ephah shall be in each loaf. And you shall set them in 2 piles, 6 in a pile on the table of pure gold before the Lord. And you shall put pure frankincense on each pile, that it may go with the bread as a memorial portion, as a food offering to the Lord. This bread of the presence was 1 made of fine flour, 2 baked in 12 loaves, 3 arranged in 2 piles of 6 loaves, each on a table of pure gold, 4 covered with frankincense, and 5 served as a memorial food offering to the Lord. The bread could only be eaten by Aaron and his sons in a holy place, and was set out every Sabbath day. The bread of the presence is first mentioned in Exodus chapter 25 verse 30. God instructed for it to be placed on the golden table in the tabernacle. The bread is also listed in the contributions for the tabernacle in Exodus chapter 35 verse 13, and noted as part of the completed tabernacle in Exodus chapter 39 and verse 36. In Numbers 4, the Kohathites, who were sons of Levi, were given responsibility for the care of the table of showbread. 1 Chronicles chapter 9 verse 32 says, also some of their kinsmen of the Kohathites had charge of the showbread, to prepare it every Sabbath. This bread was likely prepared on each Friday and placed in the tabernacle on each Sabbath in 2 piles of 6. It would be replenished each week, allowing the priest to eat fresh bread in the holy place. At one point in David's life, when he was on the run from Saul, he asked the priest Ahimelech for food. The priest gave David the bread of the presence, since it was the only bread available. David was not a priest, so it was technically unlawful for him to eat the showbread. Jesus later refers to this event, using it as proof that the law was designed for man's benefit, and that Christ is the Lord of the Sabbath. The Old Testament showbread placed on the table in the tabernacle provides a wonderful picture of Jesus, the bread of life. Jesus is holy before God, he provides true sustenance, and he is always present. Jesus declared, I'm the bread of life, whoever comes to me will never go hungry. One other New Testament reference, Hebrews chapter 9 verse 1 to 2, mentions the table of showbread as one of the items in the first section of the tabernacle. Also included in that place was the lampstand. Verse 15 notes, therefore Jesus is the mediator of a new covenant, so that those who are called may receive the promised eternal inheritance. The context explains that the important aspects of the Jewish law were no longer necessary, since Christ has become high priest once and for all. Thank you for listening to this question, and I'll see you next time.